freaking terrible.
But we'll work hard to solve the format.
7 wins.
And I'm sure we'll make it there.
All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome to Bronze To Mythic. Short after our count from Bronze To Mythic, episode 14, draft 14. Like an elevator, we skipped episode 13 because it's unlucky. So we definitely don't go on the YouTube and like, comment, subscribe, and look for episode 30 because there was no 13. I don't know what you're talking about. All right? No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So let's draft episode 14. Let's do this. Ugin. Man, am I tired of freaking Mardu cards? Inevitable defeat. All right, not taking that. Fresh start. Good removal spell. Disruptive Stormbrood. Nice dragon, honestly. Stormbrood's pretty great. Good removal spell on the Omen.
They're a bad omen. We're cursed.
Fine to cast also. Fresh start's pretty cool too. Yeah, I'll take dragon here. I definitely enjoyed the multicolor stuff more than the Boros aggro stuff. The Boros aggro deck, like, when they have their nut draw and they carve out perfectly, you just literally can't ever win. But there's issues in both drafting and, and play. Yeah, not taking defeat here. Taking Stormbrood. It's great. Could play defeat in, like, a multicolor deck anyway, but, like, it's just a removal spell, It's, like, obviously very good, but it's hard to cast. Yeah, take Stormbrood, passing strike, start, defeat. Taking the dragon.
Marvelous creatures, dragons, aren't they?
We get past a Traveling Botanist. Honestly, one of my favorite cards in the set. I think this card's so awesome. Great body, 2 or 3 for 2, blocks well, attacks well, draws you a land or 2, fixes your draws. Just like the premier kind of 2-drop you want in Limited. Just so good. Could have been a 2/2, yeah. The card's so good. Otherwise, the rest of the pack is pretty damn bad. There is very little here. We see a rare missing 2, so no signal. Yeah, sure. Take the Botanist. Off to a good start. 2x in. We get past. Not a ton. Runescale Stormbrood's pretty good, honestly. Like, it's a fine card to cast. 2/4 dragon with some big upside. Maybe you can Omen stuff as well. We got green cards here in Champion and Envoy. Honestly, I think we're exhaling. I think Exhale is phenomenal. I think Exhale is, assuming we're going to be like a multicolor deck, which you probably are. Exhale is just like one of the best removal spells, and no one else wants it because most white decks are aggressive, and they can't utilize the dragon function, the life function, and it doesn't remove blockers. So I think Exhale is fantastic. The mono green cards are fine. I think you're drafting down pretty far if you take these cards. And I think it's like usually pretty clear what these green decks want to do, and it's usually multicolor or whatever kind of bullshit stuff. So that being said, there is another Envoy and a Battle Priest. There's a fresh start too, though. I think that the counter deck can work, but I think that you need to like have a draw into it. The problem is that like there just aren't that many draws into a lot of these archetypes. There's an Exhale. Fresh Start is much better. This is just Doomblade in these like multicolor decks. Pretty easy pick. But it's just kind of like hard to get into a lot of the archetype-y decks because there are so many good rares and stuff that you just want to take the powerful cards. And like trying to get into like, the counter deck or the like Sultai graveyard deck. It's just like kind of tough, honestly. Take the Fresh Start. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Inconceivable.
That is unbelievable. A Botanist, 5th pick. It's also a Bivouac, which I would have been happy to take also. But yeah, Windmill Sign the Botanist. Oh my God. We are in our element, folks. So, Botanist is great. We get past Opulent Palace, Piercing Exhale, Sultai Devotee. So, big fan of Devotee in these multicolor decks. It blocks well, fixes your mana. Not a big fan of Exhale in the multicolor decks. There typically just aren't enough early creatures, and you have a bunch of other good removal options. If you're like an actual creature deck, this card is good, and I kind of want the land here, I think. I'm sure we're playing a lot of colors, so yeah, just take the land. Opulent Palace, and we get past a Champion of Duzon, an Abzan Monument, or a Scoured Barrens. I feel like there is a bit of a green deck here if we wanted to just kind of be like the green aggro counters deck. but I think it's also just like a worse choice. Like the thing about being a multicolor deck is just like we can just play anywhere we open, you know, and like that's a much more powerful thing than just like trying to build a good common and uncommon deck. So I'm just taking the Barons here. Take the Barons and another champion, a Kishla Trawlers, which is pretty good, but kind of awkward, honestly. It requires a lot of moving parts to be good. Battle Veterans kind of and Bearer of Glory. We would have a pretty good green deck if we had just stayed like the aggro course, but it's too late now, I think. So take Trawlers. And we're looking to be multicolored. You know, maybe base Teamer, base blue, base Sultai, somewhere in that range. Splash some stuff, do some stuff. Pretty good start. We have 3 really high quality uncommons, 2 good removal spells, 2 good lands. Not too shabby. Okay, so we table the Dragonclaw Strike, which I don't like very much in these multicolor decks, honestly. Like, for the same reasons I don't like the green bite spell, this one is just like so much easier to blow out and so much harder to cast. Trade Envoy is, I mean, it's like fine, you know, like I think it's the card we're going to take here. I mean, if all these counters cards tabled, then it could be really good, but let's take the Envoy. Snakeskin Veil is cool with me. Pretty big Snakeskin Veil fan in the dragony, protective dragon kind of deck. It's fine. Another Envoy. All right. And then another Envoy. I mean, this is a card that is like honestly really, really powerful, but just isn't supported super well in this set. Where like when I saw the set for the first time, I was like, this is the best green combo by a mile, I think. And it's definitely not. It's just because the way the decks are built, we often end up like we are right now, where like we're just focusing on card quality, not on synergy. So like it ends up just like not working that well, you know? So like there isn't really like a great good common creature that like has a counter on it naturally and like just turns on your envoys and stuff. And like all of the counter cards are Abzan, and the Abzan is like the worst of the clans. So like this card just sucks, you know? We're gonna take it, but so all right, we've got places to go here. You know, I think we have a good start, good spells, good lands. This Envoy could be a possible like off ramp if we open a good counter card or something like that. But we're not really locked into blue or white. We're kind of just like green at the moment. So definitely no Owlbear. Yeah, I mean Owlbear is pretty good. Obviously, that was a pretty sick common from the D&D set. All right, folks, don't forget, hit that follow button. What? No way.
Inconceivable!
Last pick, Sultai Devotee. That's insane. Like, comment, subscribe, support the content. As always, hit the buttons, do the things. Open up a pack 2 that is kind of middling. Definitely options, but not wonderful options. You know, like, Coach Dragonstorm is like, it's pretty good if we're super dragony, but like, we're not super dragony yet. If we are, it will be good. Tier Monument, we're not really red yet. You know, the dragon is okay. Devotee is honestly fine. We don't have any orbs yet. Orbs make this card so much better. This card's good when you're like really deep in the dragon stuff, but all right, I think we'll take the dragon. Take the dragon. We get past some goodies. We get past a Wingblade Disciple, which is a little harder to use in a deck like this. Very, very powerful card, though. Lion Weight is quite powerful. Just card advantage spell. Also a Bivouac. I don't think we're going to use Disciple that well, honestly. And Lion Weight plays really well with the Trawlers and stuff, too. You kind of just can go super deep. Yeah, I think it's Lion Weight. Take Lion Weight. Keep the multicolor goodness going. We can pass the Skirmish Rhino, another Opulent Palace, and basically nothing. Skirmish Rhino is definitely castable for us. That being said, it's not easy to cast, and Opulent Palace is really good. Our only white card so far is this Exhale. So, you know, if it's a late game splash, the Rhino's not that great. So I think the land here. 2 Opulent Palace is pretty nice. Thought you were something crawling on me. I don't like that. Appraiser's awesome. Pummeler would be okay. Barons would be okay. But yeah, pretty easy Appraiser. Appraiser's great. Appraiser's awesome. Just a phenomenal card. 2-1, draw card. Love it. So, base blue-green. Pretty typical for a multicolor deck. 2 dragons. These envoys kind of lost here a little bit, but that's fine. I like to open a good card or two. You know, part of the allure of this multicolor archetype is you can play any rare you open. So, getting the powerful cards is, you know, a part of the equation. You don't want to end up where you're just kind of like, you know, playing a lot of colors, not really getting paid off super hard for it. Here we see a Thorwood Falls and a Nomad Outpost. And then not much else. We're not really interested in these other cards. Thorwood Falls, I think that the double on color duels are the least important duels you can possibly have. You want your duels to be in your splash colors. You're already playing a lot of forests and islands in this deck. Taking the Outpost. I think Negotiations is very good if you are a aggressive 2-color black deck with a bunch of 2-drops. But it's not us, you know? I think that this deck could have been like a green-heavy counters kind of deck, for sure. You know, we had a Botanist and then all the 4-2 Champion of Dozing guys, and then to our Envoys. But Host of the Hereafter is a good card. It's not really good in our deck. Not really doing counter stuff. It's a Jungle Hollow and a Feral Deathgorger is not great either. It's not a great pack for us. I guess we get spec on the counters card. We don't really need Jungle Hollow. Sarkhan's Resolve is fine. Swiftwater Cliffs. The problem is we're just like not getting any card quality here. Like, you know, like we just have all these lands to cast stuff, and we're just not seeing any like high quality rares or uncommons, which is pretty shitty, honestly. Where are they? Just gonna take the Resolve, I guess. This first Resolve's pretty good. All right, pass Sagu Pummeler and Inspirited Vanguard. Vanguard's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, I don't think we're playing Worthy Cost, but everything else here is stains. It's possible the counter deck was the lane. Yeah, I mean, it's another Envoy. I mean, I don't think we're playing all these Envoys, but this one backwater is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, not thrilled. We could take the Negotiations here. You know what? Sure. Maybe we can, like, backdoor into, like... Oh, my God. 5 Envoys. Yeah, so, like, maybe we can, like... backdoor into, like, green-black counters. Which is not really ideal, but... Alright, well, the good news is we opened up a rare, but it's good either way. Surok's great. Great card. Would be good in either deck. Also, Rediscover the Way, Goldkeeper, some other stuff, whatever. But Surok's great. We like that one. It's a good one.
That is huge.
We get past a Glacier Wood Siege. Not really that good. Monument, Dragon Hunt. There's a Champion. Champion's pretty good. I mean, nothing here is particularly exciting. Sultai Monument's fine, obviously. But we might just be trying to go down this countery path. Jeez. Get past a Jeskai Waymaster. Abzan Devotee, Sibdig's Appraiser. I feel like this is the pick we need to decide if we are playing blue or not. Abzan Devotee would fix the mana for our... Kind of for our... Damn, man. This is tough. This has been a tough one. We're not losing much by dumping blue here. I'm just going to dump blue. This card's pretty good too. Just take the Devotee. All right, another champion, another negotiation. Hopefully we table the negotiations. Is it attainment too? But I don't even know how white we are. Yeah, let's just play dumb creatures and table this negotiation, I guess. We need some 2s now too, but another opulent palace, damn. Anak Wayfinder's pretty good actually, because it's a counter creature for my envoys. Wildling's obviously a better card, but if we are going to do this counter deck, we need to take the Wayfinder. So man, all these opulent palaces, nothing to do with them either. Yikes. All right. The good old blood flies. We got them if we want them. It is not the worst with negotiations. It's not very good, but at this point, I don't think I want any of these cards. Another negotiations, a Dragon's Prey, and a Leopard. We currently only have 1, 2, 3. Oh, we have 5 2-drops. It's not that bad. Let's take the Dragon's Prey. So we're like, yeah, I mean, if we had gotten into this deck earlier, it would be so much better, obviously. It's currently 20 cards. I don't know if we're playing all 5 of these, but second Snakeskin Veil is actually pretty good. It's to the point where, like, we could just end step Snakeskin Veil on a Botanist just to draw cards of our envoys. Oh, man. Leopard is... yeah. I think we're going to table negotiations. We just want to have 2-drops for them, so... yeah. All right. Sure. We're definitely going somewhere. I mean, the Blood Flies could be. I mean, if we get 2 negotiations, maybe. It's pretty rough, but... all right. Not a great table for us here. The blue cards, lie in wait. Yeah, none of these blue cards are worth splashing, except for maybe lie in wait. It's not worth the splash, I don't think. And hopefully not Sentinel. Yeah, I mean, we just never saw any good cards. So we shouldn't see any good rares, you know? This card, oh man, someone took negotiations over the Rashaka. That sucks. It's really bad for us. We really want, like, negotiations are so important for this deck. All right, the assistant plays, I guess. Last spec negotiations. I think it was this pack. No, it's Plains. Rule of 5. I don't know what that achievement means, but all right, that was a messy one, folks. I'm not gonna lie. I think our deck is like kind of okay. If we had committed to the this counter lane earlier, we'd been in better shape. Shave an Envoy. I mean, I don't think our deck is bad actually. Like, we've got, what's our removal spells here? We have a Resolve, a Dragon's Prey. We're light on removal. Yeah, it's not great, but all right, sure. So maybe my bias is a little bit towards wanting to be the multicolor deck, skewed us a little, but is the Gurmag Rashaka worth playing? Wayfinder, Devotee. I guess the Blood Fly's got to go. This card's just absolute stains. We don't need a 2-drop. So I'm just gonna play all 5 of these, all 5 of the envoys. Honestly, like, Envoy is good in this deck, so whatever, I suppose. Worthy cost is just bad. We have nothing to sacrifice fodder-wise, except for the Devotee. So, yeah, I mean, certainly scrappy crappy, but we got 19 green, 6 black. Do you play an Opulent Palace? Usually I like to play 1 dual land in my my 2-color decks. You can go like 9, 7, or 9. I think the first Opulent Palace is worth it. A lot of 2s. Maybe not, actually. I think 9-7 looks fine here. We have not that many black cards. 1 double black costs 6. Botanist finds lands. Devotee, yeah, I think we're fine here. We're going to do this. All right, so definitely scrappy crappy. All right. Definitely this is a good example of like trying to find an off-ramp in a draft where like the deck you're trying to draft isn't really working and you need to be able to find a way into a different deck, which is usually what your late picks are for. We ended up with a few late envoys, saw that was kind of open in pack 1. We didn't go for it early enough. We probably would have a pretty solid deck if we had gone into it earlier. But here we go. Scrappy Crappy Golgari counters. I'm really, really sad we only have 1 negotiation. I think this is a key card for this archetype. But our curve's not bad. I think Snakeskin Veil is going to be really, really good. And honestly, our Envoy is great. I mean, this is a good Envoy deck. So we'll see how it goes. Place your bets. What do you think? Believer or non-believer? 7 wins, yay or nay. Place your bets. YouTube folks, take a second, pause the video. Scroll to the comments. Let me know. Believer or non-believer. All caps. All right? A lot of non-believers here. Can't wait to prove them wrong with this Scrappy Crappy deck right now. Suck it, non-believers. We had a 100-month resub from Coral in chat. Chat coming out with me. Everyone say, Coral, you're great. All right. This is fine. You can keep this. Island Dragonstorm Forecaster. This card is actually pretty good if you have a globe or 2 and a dragon. All right. So we already have... Yeah, so we're going to play the Devotee. Probably Devotee, Thoughtseize, hopefully draw a land for Envoy. All right, yeah, I mean, this is pretty good. They failed to find. What?
How did this happen?
I don't get it. All right. Cool, you're great. Okay. They just have both the dragon and the orb in their hand? Well, we're going to find out right now, so let's take a look, I suppose. Negotiations with a lightsaber.
Nerd!
And their hand is...
Is there anybody in here?
I guess they misclicked? I don't know. All right, so they have Appraiser, Riverwalk, Fresh Start, Wingblade, Disciple. I don't even know what's going on. Yeah. Okay, so I guess Wingblade's their best card, so we'll take that. I mean, Fresh Start is annoying also. Appraiser's also... Actually, Appraiser's the best card in their hand, right? They're not like super likely to double spell with this thing with no lands. Yeah, I'm sticking with the Deep Razor. Deep Razor and attack for 3. We really want to draw land. Wayfinder can find land, worst case scenario, but that is... Yeah, maybe they thought it's like an alchemy card. It would conjure the globe. It's possible. They draw land. I mean, good for them, I guess. And they play Disciple. All right. Please draw land. Please draw land. Please draw land. Please draw land. All right. Start the Envoy train. Envoy is really good. I mean, we jack here. I'd happily trade this for the Disciple, given the option. So they can double spell here and make a token, which is kind of annoying, but our hand's pretty good. All right. So we draw Snakeskin Veil, which is kind of gas, actually. We have Resolve can kill the Disciple. We are a little light on... actually, we have green here, too. So, get Wayfinder and try and find a forest. So I can go Resolve and Snakeskin Veil. I don't hate that. Yeah, I'll start there. We know most of their hand, so...
Pop quiz, hot shot.
What do you got there, friend? Remember, folks, if it's the first time here, my name is Jim. I'm a pro Magic player, pro commentator, and full-time content creator. And your support makes that possible. Hit the buttons, do the thing, support the content, please. Found our Forest and a champion of Duzu, which is awesome. So extra value there is super sweet. And we're just going to Soccer Resolve the Disciple and see what happens. And the Devotee is going to hide the Snakeskin Veil too, which is super nice. Soccer Resolve is really good. It's a really weird card because like the +3/+3 is often not relevant in green decks. But in decks like ours, it actually is. So they're going to just negate the Sarkhan's Resolve, which I think is fine by me. So send in the boys. Attack for 7 here is pretty good. They're going to chump block with the Forecaster, sure. Fantastic. Looks great to me. We got Vanguard, we got Rashaka Laka. Here's Sagu Wildling, unfortunately, so they're going to get their Disciple token, but whatever, it's fine.
Face the foot style. How'd you like it?
They get a Mountain. An ugly one at that. And Fresh Start, Dragon, Sneaky Snakeskin Veil, that Devotee filter mana. And they're moving to attack position. You got it, friend. Take 2. Untap. This is going to be a blowout, I think. We draw Swamp. So they're going to try and Fresh Start or tap something here. We're just Snakeskin Veil. I guess they could cast. They're going to cast probably the Omen and the Fresh Start. So probably let the Omen happen and then hit the Fresh Start. We have the Rashaka to kill the Disciple too. Maybe we just cast the Rashaka to kill the Disciple. They'll cast both their spells. I pump something and attack. It's pretty good. Like, do we need a Snakeskin Veil here? Playing Vanguard's good too. Honestly, all of our options are just great. Like, alright. Sure. Let's go to combat. They're going to tap down the Envoy. Okay. We're going to attack. And they're going to Fresh Start. So, they get their token. We're going to Snakeskin Veil.
Get off my plane.
So we get our counter. Flurry plus their thing. They can trade with the Wayfinder, which is fine. Take a bunch. So we just play a Vanguard, make a 2/2 and say go. And our hand is juiced. Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Spirit is willing, but the flesh is spongy and bruised.
Unending Whisper. Sure. First time chatter, Fortuna. What's up, my friend? Everyone's had a Fortuna. Welcome. Is Arena good for brand new players to learn? Absolutely. There's a whole tutorial, and you can just, it is free to play. You can just play with your starter decks or whatever, and kind of go from there. Play against Sparky. I think excellent way to learn. Magic is best learned when you are hanging out with someone who's teaching you, who knows the game really well, and they can show you. That is obviously not an option most people have. Arena's great. They mill over Lotus Light. They take a card that's not Lotus Light Dancers. That's kind of scary, honestly. But I think we're still in great shape here. So, like, if they have a counterspell here, it's like kind of bad for us, but we're just gonna go for it. So, awesome, Fortuna. Happy to have him, my friend. Welcome to the game. Magic's great. Paper Magic is great. I'm obviously a huge fan of Paper Magic. Love Paper Magic. But the convenience of online Magic, be it Arena or Magic Online, and being able to play whatever you want is a really, really big deal. So they're going to tap the Vanguard. That's fine. We're going to kill that. We're going to Leroy. Let's go, boys.
Leroy Dragons!
All right. I mean, they can't cast the 8-mana Sultai Wrath yet, so I think we're okay here. Yes, Paper Magic is great. Go to your local store for draft night. People are usually pretty friendly to help out, which is important, so good stuff. All right, folks. Remember, we are brought to you by Ultimate Guard. My fantastic sponsor, Ultimate Guard, makes the best gear out there, not even close. You got a lot of Magic cards. You got a Storm. They can be in your Smart Hives. You got your oh my god, what's it called? The deck boxes, the one I use, whatever. I can't think of the name of it. Not Archive. Well, I'm the worst ever, but Ultimate Guard's great. I suck. Phenomenal company, makes great products. It also does a lot of great things in the community as well. And check them out, Ultimate Guard, wherever Ultimate Guard products are sold near you, or on ultimateguard.com. Good ad read, Jim.
Still a piece of garbage.
All right, hand's great. Keep. We got the Botanist and a Snakeskin Veil. Good stuff. Yes, Magic players love talking about Magic. So basically, if you go to a local store where it's a nice casual night for a draft, something like that, people will be happy to talk to you and stuff. So, all right. So they play Assaulti Devotee, which is kind of annoying, actually. We're still going to offer the trade here with Botanist. Hopefully, we'll draw. I mean, we should Wayfinder first, so we don't screw up the Scry. Yeah. We attack, we don't hit a land. I'm probably bidding a non-land anyway, I guess. I mean, Wayfinder hits a land, I might keep it, so sure. Yeah, so Snakeskin Veil can't help us here. This is fine. This is why Botanist is so good, because like even if you attack and trade immediately, that sucks. You still get the value, which is great. So let's play this. Show us what we'll put attack first. Let's see what we get. We're not bailing, so. Top card is Sultai Devotee. We'll put that in the graveyard. So put that in the graveyard. They'll block. So we didn't get our value strictly. We only got a scry out of it, but still fine. The downside here is no counter for Wayfarer. Here's Sibdig's Appraiser, sure. All right. Best draw here is untap land for sure. If they take a card that's not Wingblade Disciple, that's scary. All right, well now we're stuck on 4s, unfortunately. We have literally all 4 drops in our hand, which sucks. We are 50-50 to draw land next turn, which would be nice. Just gonna play this and say go. We like really need to draw land. In case it's not clear. And they're saying go with 4 mana open and 6 cards in hand. Don't love that. We draw the land. So now, like, Host of the Hereafter is quite good. We could just play Envoy versus a counterspell or something like that and wait on the host. We're going to do that. So we're giving up a possible card draw here, but I think this might get countered or killed anyway. So we have 5 of these, so not a big deal. Let's play the Envoy and just see what happens. Yeah, all right, sure. That's the worst case scenario. That's actually like a really good counterspell. Couldn't have, sussed out that card in particular, but that kind of sucks. So say go. That was a really good exchange for them, obviously. It looked just like a common counterspell, but that was the worst case scenario. They're going to attack. Take 3. I mean, oh my god. The rare parade continues, I guess. Here's an Enabling Storm Shell, which is going to draw them 1,000 cards. Alright. Just going to play host, Snakeskin Veil up and say go. Not thrilled about it, but they'll get their draw 3. This game is probably going to go on long enough for they'll get to attack again. They'll put 3 stone counters on it. They're going to play an Armament Dragon off of planes they just drew. Oh my god. Right. We are in trouble. So 3 stun counters, draw 3. And they're just jamming really powerful cards, I guess. I guess we just take 10, right? I mean, they have a flyer in the air. Never mind, let's just do this. We don't have a lot of removal, actually, so... I mean, this sucks, but... Sure. Alright, untap and draw a Botanist. Super off curve. We can Envoy and draw a card. We can attack and see if they block. And obviously, our Snakes and Bale is super face up at that point, but it's Envoy and draw a card. Ay, 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 ay. Alright. Play Envoy, draw a card. It's a land. For 12? Can't even block this. Oh my god. Alright, should I play this guy and say go? We can double block the Fangkeeper. We're just like, they just have 10,000 cards, so we can never win, but not the funnest game of all time. Oh my god. Because we only lose one creature here, technically, so it could be worse, but yeah. And this is what I was saying, you know, in the draft. I wanted to be this deck. I wanted to be the multicolor deck. We just didn't see the card quality in the draft and had to just, like, off-ramp into, like, a two-color deck, and now our deck's just, like, not powerful enough, you know? That does seem like it is definitely somewhat of a theme of this format, which is a little disheartening, but alright, so they're at 18, we're at 8. That 4/5 flyer kills us in 2 turns. We can't spend 5 mana to kill it, which kind of sucks. I mean, Vanguard's not bad. Vanguard probably makes a 2/2. We just jump block this thing. Alright, sure. Top card is a Trade Route Envoy. Don't love it, but sure. Opponent's a full 7. I understand. We're probably going to lose this game. I get it. Make a 2/2. Say go. Opponent's got actual 8 cards in hand. No! I just wanted some good cards in the draft.
Give me what I want!
That card's not very good.
That's not what I want! Give me what I want!
Yeah, I do agree that the issues of playing on Arena, when you play in Arena, you're playing in like a league format where you don't play against players in your pod. And some pods open a ton of good cards, some pods don't. When you play in your pod of a weak pod, you're playing against other weak pods players. But, alright, so we're just going to jump block here, and we're just stone dead, but I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. And now we need to kill the dragon, and we're just going to die to everything else. I mean, sure. So, untap. Ugh. 5 mana to kill a dragon. We have 1 left over. We have no good blocks on actual anything. Alright. We're going to attack. Please stop doing things. Thank you. Alright, whatever. Alright. I mean, what are you going to do? Alright. Can't win.
No, you can't. Don't even try.
That's it. You got me. GG, I guess. Sure. Tough game. Alright, try it again. Hand's pretty good. Again, this is the issue with Trade Route Envoy in this set, though, is that there are so few creatures that naturally have counters on them. It's so hard to curve into a turn 4 Envoy that actually draws a card while also curving out. Which is why this card should be insane, like, in theory, but Cassian just burst the door. You're gonna go see the goats? Oh, great, Cassie. You go see the goats, okay? Okay, bye, Cassie. I'll see you later. You have fun seeing the goats, okay? Tell me all about it. Okay?
Endure and survive.
Love you too, Cassie. And goodbye. That was cute. Alright, so they have a Lightfoot Technique and Navar Descendants online. It's pretty crappy. Let's put in a blocker. That's why you sub, folks. That's why you hit the follow button. That's why you support my content, alright? He's going to see Finkel and Kai? The goats! Shocking Sharpshooter. All right. And they say go. So again, so now we have Envoy, but no way to draw a card off it, which is like pretty unfortunate. The Botanist is fine. We have no way to... We can't leave a Snakeskin Veil also. It's pretty awkward here. I guess we could just like... I mean, jam with Champion, blocking with a... We have a 5/4 Envoy to block with. That's pretty good. Sure, whatever. Just do that. It's so awkward. Excited to see the goats. Nicole likes taking Cassie into like the... It's like the farm preserve thing or whatever. Just like they have, you know, goats and stuff. All right, so they hit their Mardutron on curve. This format is pretty tilting at times. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, our second Snakeskin Veil too. All right.
Somebody's playing a prank
Like,
on me.
whenever we draft an aggro deck, we try so hard to make it 2 colors so we don't get mana screwed. And then it just feels like every opponent just goes basic, 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 play 3-color card, never gets mana screwed. You know, just like, there's an element of that to the format too. We're obviously a little bit of a cooler here, which is fine, but... and we just... can't play Botanist and Snakeskin Veils. Dragon's Prey on Sharpshooter is like... It's fine. Alright, I'm just gonna first get in here. Say go. Can block here. Hopefully they stop playing good cards. We are playing a lot more green sources than black sources, you know? So, awkwardness on the Snakeskin Veils. Reigning Victor. Sure. So, take 1. Take 4. Yeah, it's not good. We draw with Thoughtseize. And then, of course, this card is insanely good against the 5-color decks. Not as good against the aggro decks, but still fine here, honestly. It's still pretty good. Raph at the Ray. What's up, Raph? Hope you're doing well, my friend. If you don't follow Raph, you're dumb. Raph drafts all the time. And Raph is an old school Hall of Fame player. Been playing for probably longer than a lot of you have even been freaking alive, honestly. Not to date Raph, but just showing out Raph's Hall of Fame resume. So Raph's great. Make sure you send a follow over there. Raph, how are you enjoying this draft format? All right, so we have Snakeskin Veil. We can, like, negotiations counter on Botanist, say go, I guess. Sure. All right, what's Thoughtseize you? Put the counter here. 3 spells. That being said, they aren't great spells. I think Boltcaster... I guess Boltcaster's bad with the our Snakeskin Veils, so maybe it's Artisan. Let them Boltcaster and Snakeskin Veil the thing they target. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's take the Artisan. Say go. What's up, Ghoul Rancher? First time chatter. Love the content on YouTube. I got you in the draft as a commander-only player. If that's the only thing I do as a Magic player my entire life, that is a big victory. Getting commander players to play 40 and 60 card formats is one of my life goals, so... Alright. Not looking great here, but... Here comes the Descendant of Storms. They're going to pump it? They're going to endure.
The spirit of Sauron endured.
I mean, we have double Snakeskin Veils. We kind of want to just use them. We know their hand is Boltcaster, Duelist, Unknown. I'm probably going to block with this thing in Snakeskin Veil. They drew a card that screws it up here, so be it. But they have a land. Hexproof stops the Boltcaster. It's pretty good. Here's a Mardu Devotee. Life is going down. Scribes are going up. We like to draw more of our 5 envoys. We draw land. It's shitty. The problem is this freaking Sharpshooter is going to kill us here. We just kill a Sharpshooter, I guess, and just say go. I guess we're like holding up kind of well here, actually. Yeah. Yeah, sure. So land. We're just gonna kill the freaking sharpshooter. We'll just say go though. Let's do it now actually, because they have there's like that 2-mana trick. So Iron Spider says, I discovered you through Bronze To Mythic, and only ever played Commander. Playing competitive for the first time this season with Is It Prowess. Loving it at the moment. You're a huge source of my current love for Magic. Ever not playing since you were a kid? That is awesome. Love that. Madman says I've been lucky enough to challenge quite a few pros and Hall of Famers from my tryhard days. I say that Raph was my nice, respectful opponents. Raph is great, so Raph's just a great dude. Snakeskin Veil again. Drew the Envoy. That's awesome.
That is huge.
Now do we want to... Now we can actually, I think, attack with the Botanist. So, do you want to attack first, or... We can draw a card first. Draw a card first. A little more info. Surrock. So they have the Boltcaster. I don't think I care, honestly. I think blocks are fine here. Top card is a land. We'll draw that too. All right, sick. We gotta get the Envoy train going, you know? So say go. We're gonna lose some stuff this turn most likely, but we should be able to make some decent trades, get the Botanist down. All right, here's a token.
Look, they're already mobilizing.
We're at 7. We could like... So, Surrock is spell or ability. I think they're just like assuming they're trying to get a successful Boltcaster here. We just take 2, right? Just take 2. Trade. Get a counter. Play Surrock. Feels nice to me. Surrock. A second sharpshooter? I didn't even pre-combat it. That's unreal. Alright, I guess. Probably should have flopped the order on those, though. Would have gotten 2 damage instead of 1, but whatever, it's fine. Now we're at 4 and probably dead. We have Devotee and Surrock on defense. I guess they're at 10. So we can threaten lethal here and force a chump block. And then play... So we have Surrock. If Botanist hits a land, we can play both of these. Yeah, I mean, I guess, right? So, champion attack. They block with a duelist. We play Surrock. They attack. That's 1 point damage, 1 point of damage. Yeah, all right, sure. Weird game, but add the counter here. We should be at 3 if they'd done that correctly. So 2, actually, they played this pre-combat too. So kind of a weird. I guess they want to have Boltcaster available, but attack with the Botanist. It reveals a Wayfinder, which I think we can do better than. So ship that. Chump block with Duelist. We play Surrock and just say go. All right, yeah, sure. I mean, they're at 5. Don't draw out on me, please. Even though they have 4 lands, perfect mana, all spells this game. All right, so I'm pretty happy blocking here because I don't want to take a point. They're going to Boltcaster. We're going to draw a card anyway. So I think this is fine. We trade 2 for 1 with the creature and the card we draw. Honestly, folks, I don't know how we just beat a Mardu deck that drew perfect mana, double shocking sharpshooter, 4 lands, all spells. That's a pretty impressive win for this deck. Probably could play a little tighter, I think, but that's great. We'll take that all day to the bank. All right, get back in the saddle here. This is fine. We're going to keep this. It's a little awkward, but we're on the play of the champion into an Envoy, Snakeskin Veil. Let's just draw our 2-3, right? That's fine. Take that, actually. That's pretty good. So Devotee gives us a 2-drop and a black source. Probably one of the best draws possible, honestly. Boros again, but no 2-drop. We're going to attack and just play champion. Oh, yeah, do it. Do it. Oh, that's fine. Sure. That's great for us, actually. So, sure. I guess we lose our black source, but still pretty good trade. And Rock the champion and say go. The Lord of the Rings. A no spell again? Alright. Attack for 4. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna freaking play it. Like, these envoys would be so good at different format, you know? Like... Alright. Teaming Dragonstorm. That is going to be good for us any way you put it. With these snakeskin veils? Sure. Send it. Any block that make yours bad, so. Love it. Love it.
No, that's a lot of damage.
Alright, you're at 8. I guess we're just playing a land, saying go. Mono green. I honestly could see mono green being somewhat viable. You know, there's no reason to be mono green, but like the stompy kind of cards are pretty good. I know Newmount was playing some monocolor decks. It'd be fun. All right, I mean, that is sick. This card makes you work for it, that's for sure, but it is good when you get there. All right, send it. So their blocks are bad on face value. They clearly have something here because they have 6 cards and a bunch of mana up, but Snakeskin Veil should probably keep that one good for us. They have Coordinated Maneuver to deal a single point of damage. Alright, Snakeskin Veil?
Game. Blouse.
Scrappy crappy counters. One is right. I made a mistake.
Oh, whoops.
They were dead on
Whoopsie.
board even without me playing the Snakeskin Veil. So there's no reason to cast Snakeskin Veil. That was very wrong, actually. Didn't get punished, but... Alright, so 2-drop. Again, we have Envoy and no counters, which is really annoying, but we're going to keep. They mulligan. Forgot we even had this card.
Hey, look, a dragon.
Alright. Opponent's on 6 cards. Assistant. Like, if there was, like... I don't know, like... Just some creature that, like, naturally had a counter. Some 3-drop in green common that just, like, naturally had a counter on it. I don't know what for exactly, but Mardu again?
It's a sign. It's an omen.
It's a coincidence, Dad.
Alright. Block this thing. Gain 2. Save the thing we're common. That card's too complicated to be a common, I think. They are not going to attack. That is something. Sure. Just gonna get in, I guess, right? Let's play champion. Alright, sure. I believe.
You gotta have mojo, baby. Yeah!
Wayfinder and Kingguard. Yeah, Wayfinder works, but not great. Like a 2/2 is not that awesome. Frontline Rush. Honestly, listen. That kind of sucked. We traded our card for half of their card. We have a half of our card too, kind of, though. And realistically, Frontline Rush usually kills you. So, that's fine. You know, I'm happy with that one. That's totally reasonable.
Do a barrel roll.
Can lifelink count of a champion? Ugh. Kind of a block, honestly. This kills creature power 3 or less. If next turn could be Stormbrood, whatever they play, lifelink this attack, that would be awesome. But I can't guarantee you're going to be able to kill what they play. We probably will. That's no block, sure. Go to 19. And they just say go. All right, so Not going to put the counter on him in the face of all his open mana, obviously. Just going to play a land attack. Trying to attack. Kind of weird pause there on my combat step. They have Static Snare. That is awesome.
Now this is pod racing.
Alright, playing Envoy, so they go. Next turn we can Storm Brew, destroy the snare, get back our guy, which is pretty great. It's good stuff. I think I've had enough of this card, folks. Still in good shape. So they're out. They're out of cards. We get the Storm Brood. And then next turn we can lifelink counter and draw up Envoys. It's pretty good for us. So destroy that. Get our thing back.
Get off my
Oh, get the hell out of my game.
After it was all over,
What are you doing?
he took us in the house of service.
Get out. Get out of here. Goodbye. All right, they're going to bring in a diamond player, try and beat my scrappy crappy deck here. But as for me and Grandma, we believe. This hand's not great, but we're going to keep it. All right. So we have Wayfinder. So again, Wayfinder is like the only common creature that's like castable that can enable the Envoy without taking a land. It's not great. It's just a bear, but all right. No land. Just get our counter and say go. We're blocking the token, which kind of sucks, but...
Some of you may die.
No, all right. Well, if you got a trick, so be it. Grandma got run over by Rashaka. They play a land and say go. Okay, so... We honestly are probably casting Dragon's Prey no matter what on next turn. Let's say go. No 3-drop would be insane. That's awesome for us. We're going to hold it, though. I'm not going to kill this brigade. We can do better than that, I think. We are good at milling Starhawk, unfortunately, yeah. But take 2 damage. Nothing again?
Inconceivable!
It's getting tense now. All right. If they kill the Wayfarer in response, it like sucks a little bit, but it's still a 5/4, you know, like it's so funny how these days a 5/4 for 4 in limited isn't even good enough anymore. Oh yeah, get that train going. Woo! Choo choo. Attack. We're blocking. I ain't taking 1 for no reason. I hope they're martyred. They're mana screwed. Dragonback Lancer, 1 white up. That's kind of weird, right? So there's no 1 mana white trick. So we can just Envoy again. I just want to kill this, right? Yeah, just stay alive. Just gonna play a land. Dragon's Prey with an attack. Attack for 6 is pretty good. Here for Shaka next turn. We're Shaka Lockup. He's on fire. Storm Plan Detainment, sure.
They have a warrant for your arrest. You're going to jail.
3 cards and end. Yeah, when Boros doesn't have a 2-drop, I mean a 3-drop or a 4-drop, it looks a lot worse. Full stop. That being said, our Shaka is not great here. Can't even kill anything, but we can just like Envoy and draw a 2-drop hopefully, or a Snakeskin Veil. And they are deep in the tank. I don't know what's going on. All right. Sure. We draw just...
Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god!
All right, that was pretty good. All right, we're going to lead on this. Because they could have like a breath, I guess, to kill this in response. This card's great. I mean, this card's... It's a first pick for... Oh, get out of here! They're gone! That's where they are! Suck it, diamond player.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
Can't keep this one. This sucks. That's a sucky two-lander. This hand needs to draw 2 lands, not 1 to be functional. All right, this sucks, but... Oh no, we're against a bronze player too. We're dead. Their deck is going to be so good. How did this happen? All right. This hand's pretty good, so... All right. All right, bronze player. Okay, sure, so go. The way Sam Black put it in his pod was that he feels green black counters deck is good, but requires you draft cards that will only be good if you manage to get into his exact deck. Individual cards not great on their own. I agree with that. It's a deck you kind of backdoor into. Like the card quality is just not really high enough. It's definitely a sum of its parts kind of archetype in a format where so much of the format is predicated on just like power level, you know? We're getting so brown this game. I can only imagine how many mythic rares they have. Full 5 colors, play the swamp. I don't really want to trade Devotee for Sentinel, but I guess it's better than... I mean, Champion for Sentinel's pretty good, actually. Let's do that. Let's wait. Could have trick 2, I guess, but... We have Champion into nothing, actually. Yeah, whatever. 2 5-drops. Them playing Swamp over Plains is a little weird. Okay. Sure. Let's attack Champion. Sargon Zaval is pretty good on Champion, so... Although against a multicolor deck, might be more inclined to just hold it for the dragons. Alright, we're dragon. They're blocking, sure. Not the best exchange, but I think setting up for future turns a little bit, it's fine. They could have an exhale here, I guess, but whatever. Rashaka's Bargain. That's the answer as to why they played a swamp. Every time your opponent does something in a game of Magic, folks, stop and think about why. And that was a logical answer. So, full 5 colors here on turn 4. They play a Sentinel. They fail to find. Alright, so like... I mean, we can go for the Resolve. It's a little scary if they have a removal spell. We could definitely get blown out. Storm Brooding, this is kind of bad too. How much cast this, I think. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. So we want to get the Vanguard going also. So you kind of like want them to use a removal spell, honestly. I'm just going to Storm Brood. Gonna kill this thing. Let's draw it again next turn, you know? Let's say go. See what happens. I am fearful. Mardu Monuments. Okay. Jim D. Fear in chat if you got it. All right.
Now this is pod racing.
Hilarious. All right. We'll attack for 4. I mark the corner of the card, so that's how I know. That's how I knew it was there. So that's how you know. Anyway, so 5 cards in hand. We could just Storm Brood and just kill the monument. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We want to hold off on Vanguard anyway, so get out of here. Just smash that thing.
Hey, look, a dragon.
They have a lot of cards in hand. I'm pretty scared, but they're gonna. All right, this card being bad is partly why this archetype suffers. This card's pretty bad. They're gonna synchronize charge. All right, so that was not what we were scared of. Just synchronized charging onto the merchant. Sure. So we just attack for 3. Play Vanguard. And then Vanguard... I think I want to add a counter, try to get Envoy going. Alright, so we're going to put the counters on it. We're going to endure.
Make your choice. Endure the consequences.
They play Hollow Merc Siege. That's a good one. They're going to choose Sultai. Whenever a counter is put on, you draw a card only once a turn. It's the less commonly used mode. And they are going all in on this merchant. They have a 7/7 Vigilance Trample merchant. That's fine. Shaka. So... I think we just Envoy and try and draw a land. If we draw a land, we are in amazing shape. Even if we don't, we're still in pretty good shape. Are they just dead? Block this. Oh, they're just dead. Sure. All right. Fine. Whatever. Boring. They block this. 4, 5, 6, 7. That is exactly 10. Yeah, sure. All right. Whatever. Fine. You got me. Boring Magic players trying to win the game. Very, very lame. I was looking for a land. I want to cast Envoy and kill them, you know? So, whatever. We'll take it. All right. I mean, we dodged the bronze bullet, which is pretty cool. Just want to keep playing my next suite, you know? We needed that one pretty badly, folks. The rank up there is so huge. Even because now we have a little floor protection also. We got a final boss, folks. 2 shots at a trophy here. Our hand is... It's honestly not great, but it's pretty hard to mulligan this hand. Like, get our removal spell, 4-drop. It's tough, but... We got some big draws here. Here's a mountain. Stadium Headliner. All right, well, that's pretty good. Good target for that.
Insert the card back into the deck random. Done.
And how about a 2-drop or a 3-drop, please? For us, not for them. We draw Snakeskin Veil. Not ideal. Sure. They're unlikely to play a flyer, unfortunately. Looking like a naked Envoy. Pack Beasts. Alright, start the chain, folks. So, if we draw a land, they say they kill this, we draw a land. We could, like, trade route Envoy in response to a trigger, Snakeskin Veil it. Here's Shocking Sharpshooter. If they have a trick also, we're stone dead. They just have the actual Boros nuts. And this is like, you know, a bit of the crux of the format, where, like, the Boros deck, when it does its thing, it's just, like, unbeatable. It's just like, all right, cool, whatever. You know, like, we killed their 1-drop, we played a 4-drop. Yeah, they have the actual stones. All right, whatever. Like, you know, they're turning the game off on us because, like, we're losing so bad. You know, draw land. So they have a guaranteed... We're just dead. They're supposed to play a land, we're just dead. Yeah, it's pretty lame. Whatever. Like, pretty unbeatable. We cast their rule spell too, but they just had 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. Sorry, 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop. Insane 2-drop into removal spell on turn 4. It's tough. I don't see how he can't die here. I guess they don't play a land. They attack with everything. We block the Bearer of Glory. We take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We go to 3. Untap and play. It doesn't even matter if you can't kill this thing, so. Windcrag Siege. Are they going to Mardu?
Let's mobilize. Pack up the camp.
All right. Yeah, sure. That's fine. Whatever, I suppose. Let them do it. It's pretty fun. It's double their mobilize excitement. This card is ridiculous. Probably one of the best uncommons in the entire set. Shocking Sharpshooter. All right, you got me. That's fine. We got rank floor protection here, and another shot at a trophy. Ain't beating the sick Mardu draw. That's fine. All right. Real final boss time. Our hand's great this time. We got Botanist, turn 2 on the play with Snakeskin Veil and a Wayfinder. Love it. Mountain Dragonfire Blade. It's good, but we could be a little greedy here and try it, or not greedy, a little conservative here and try and hold Botanist for turn 3 with Snakeskin Veil, but we're just gonna play it. So they go like land and rule spell. It really sucks, but Shocking Sharpshooter again. Sure. So I mean, they might actually just block here. Top card's a Botanist. I might have punted. I wanted to... Yeah, you know what? I screwed up. So, I attacked fast without playing a land because I just wanted to look like I was trying to go for a land so they would block, hopefully. But playing Wayfinder and then playing a Forest and then attacking looks even more like we're just looking for a land. It can only be Snakeskin Veil. And now I've wasted my scry here on the Botanist. So...
Whoopsie.
Not good, but I guess if they... So, they don't block. We could just not cast the Wayfarer. Alright, we're going to leave it on top. Alright, we got him, so... Do I want to use the Resolve instead? I think we do. This is the chance we can use Resolve. We can play a land, still have Snakeskin Veil up. We get to make a mana-efficient trade on the Resolve, which is pretty hard to do in this matchup. And also have Snakeskin Veil going, and then have another guy too. So, all right. So, it ended up working out. You know, better lucky than good, I suppose. Hi, I'm Jim. Welcome to the stream. Here's Shock Brigade, no problem. It's important to have your finger on the trigger when you're got Snakeskin Veil in your hand. So, now I want to play another Botanist, so I'm not going to bother playing Wayfinder, I don't think. Should attack. Hopefully it'll land. They actually will probably block again. You know what? Like... Yeah. Because, like, they blocked the first time, right? Top card is a Trade Route Envoy. We're going to pin that.
Poor predictable Bart. Always takes rock.
Nothing like Pump Spell. Pump Spell green. Putting Boros in the trash can here. Here's a Kin Guard. And we're going to Wayfinder for a Swamp, hopefully. Or just draw it naturally. That's cool, too. Sure. So it's Wayfinder. We... Power 3 or less. We can Wayfinder, then Stormbrew, then Kin Guard. Sequencing here is weird. I want to cast all these cards. I want to maximize my scries. Let's just do both first. Here's Wayfinder. We hit land. We do need a black land for our Rashaka, but it's fine. We're just gonna Omen. Whoa, doggy! They have an Exhale here, which is fine. Sure. They have a dragon too, which is interesting, but sure. Top card is a land. Love it. Top card is a... We have no counter for this guy. So is Envoy better than a random card? Yeah, it definitely is. So they're at 20. We're at 20. Raka shaka shaka shaka. Raka shaka laka.
You're saying it wrong. It's Leviosa.
Attack step. Tap land pretty brutal for them. Top card is Champion of Duzon. Put it in the graveyard. Hell yeah!
Now this is pod racing.
Alright. So now we can just rip the Envoy for a 5/4. Or we can put a counter on. I think I want to just play Big Idiots, honestly. Just gotta jam this thing. Get a counter, say go. They have end step Sun Pearl Kieran. Whatever. That's actually great for us because, like, now I have a target for the Rashaka. Rashaka, Laga, Laga. So we're going to play Rashaka, attack for 1,000,000.
Get off my plane.
Pump this guy, get it for 10. Trigger Botanist. The Botanists really were, like, I don't want to say our entire deck, but, like, Botanists, you know, were pretty load-bearing in this draft. We haven't won yet, but we're looking pretty good here, obviously. They're going to exhale an Envoy, sure. We still have a lot of power in play. Champion on Botanist is great, too. They're going to Blade Search. They have a 5/5 flying monocolored from Hexproof. They're at 8. Trample. We did it! Scrappy, crappy counters. Gets the trophy. Oh, wow. Okay. Damn. That was awesome. I don't know what else to say. I got just suck it, non-believers. All right. So we did it. Trophy with a pretty scrappy, crappy looking deck. I mean, Surok's good. We had a decent curve. The Botanists were like the real. Botanist is just a really, really good card. Botanist plus Snakeskin Veil, you know, really, really pushing the issue early. Our Envoys, I think, could have been a lot better if we had a few more countery creatures. Still pretty good, though. And Big Idiots looking pretty nice. Only 1 negotiations, unfortunately. I'd love to have 2 of these. But yeah, I mean, that was pretty sweet. I think we were short a kill spell or 2, and this deck is not particularly great. I'm a little surprised that got 7 wins, I'm being totally honest. But whatever, screw you, non-believers, we got there. So, episode 14 is in the books. Episode 15 is coming up on stream. YouTube folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Scrappy Crappy gets it done. Let's go.